Loretta Smith was sworn in as a Multnomah County Commissioner in early January. After nearly 2 decades as an aide to Senator Ron Wyden, she won the seat with a decisive victory. This is her story.
To which I have been elected. To the best of my ability. To the best of my ability. So help me God. So help me God.
What shaped me and who I am today, without a doubt, it's my mom. She worked 2 jobs, went to school, and raised a family. Was a single parent, during me growing up.
She was spoiled because everybody, she was the only baby around the house at the time. So everybody was always holding her and, couldn't get nobody to watch her because she cried all the time every time we would leave, She was the cryingest baby I ever seen in my life,
She was an early walker, though. She was
9 months.
Yeah.
She was early at everything, really.
I was the oldest of 3 girls, so I had 2 younger sisters. We were all 4 years apart. So I could never go anywhere by myself. I always had to have my little sisters with me, and I had to make sure that they were okay.
I worked nights, and in the evening she'd help them with their homework and stuff like that. She was always a protector over her sisters. In middle school, Loretta was a very popular person. She ran track, she was on the pom-pom team. She was off into everything. She graduated from high school when she was 16. As soon as she got out of high school, she went straight on to college and ain't stopped. Just been on the move.
I think there's one person who's probably a great inspiration to me, and that was my grandfather. He came to Portland from Brooklyn, New York in 1944 to work in the Kaiser shipyards. And he always instilled, not only in me, but the rest of the family, to work hard. And he told us that if we worked hard, that it would pay off.
She used to eat up my dad's bananas all the time. And he says, Loretta, say, you like bananas? She said, yeah, Granddaddy, I sure do. He said, why don't you try buying some sometime?
My grandfather, he took such pride in taking me to school every year, and when I needed to come back from Corvallis, he would come pick me up, or he would instruct someone, we need to go pick Loretta up and we need to bring her back. I remember when I told my grandfather, I said, I want to go on an exchange program. I want to go to London. He said, is that what you want to do? And I said, yeah, that's what I want to do. Well, my grandfather, he worked on the railroad. And he said, well, okay, we're going to see what we can do. So we figured out the money piece of it, and then, my grandmother gave me money, and so my grandfather took me aside and he says, here's some more money for you, because I want you to do just like the rest of those girls. I want you to do everything that they do. I'm a single mom. My son was born in February of 1990, and he went to public schools here. He went to after-school programs. He became a scholar athlete at an early age. And the importance of education and making sure that he had solid places and organizations to participate in was very important to me. I think being a single mom has helped me to be a better person and have a better understanding about safety net programs, because as a single parent, I had to kind of balance, scarce resources of my own to take care of me and my son.
When I first met Loretta, it had a lot to do with her young son, Jordan. And she was looking for something programmatic that he could get involved with, and we provided her with that option. So I saw her as a very enthusiastic, a very caring mother who was looking for opportunities to give her son some options in places where he could go and be involved and have some adult males in his life.
If you want to know about what she's about and the quality of Loretta, you got to meet Jordan. She raised this young man of great distinction, and she did it as a single parent. I think that resonates with a lot of people.
Today, Jordan is a junior at the University of Washington. I think had he not participated in programs that help enrich his academic life, that he wouldn't be at a university that's ranked 17th in the world. And I think that Those are the kinds of things that I taught him, that education is important. Athletics is fine, and it's great, and it's good if you're really good, but the most important thing that you'll do in life will have nothing to do with sports. It's about the relationships that you build and what you do in your community. I started working for Congressman Wyden at the front desk, and before I knew it, 5 years had passed, 10 years had passed. I'd been promoted to different jobs throughout the office. The past 20 years with Senator Ron Wyden has helped me to gain a real good understanding of programs and policies at the ground level. He taught me how to be accessible to people and how important that is. I've watched him for 20 years. I've watched him, how he goes into a room and everybody is his best friend, and how he listens. He really listens to people, and he tries to make sure that he gets results. When I decided to actually run for county commissioner, I didn't have much time to think about it, but I had to juggle whether or not, I could actually do it. I talked to some friends, and they gave me the pros and the cons, and I figured if I didn't do it now, when would be a perfect time to do it?
Having watched her in her capacity as Senator Wyden's community liaison over these many years, I just know she's a people person and she's a doer. She gets things done.
I think the biggest asset that she brings is her ability to cross all aisles. I mean, I've not seen or run into anybody that doesn't like Loretta. I mean, her ability to talk to people, to deal with people, to understand issues and make people feel like they're important and that their issues matter is something that all politicians don't have. And she has that naturally. She's learned it over her experience over a very, very long time. And I think that's going to serve her well and serve Multnomah County very, very well.
And I expect her knocking on my door regularly saying, what are we doing for seniors? How about children? How about low-income families that are struggling? How about the question of foreclosure, Section 8 vouchers? She will keep my feet to the fire on making sure that our most vulnerable residents have a safe and decent place to call home.
When you think about role models, especially role models for young African Americans, I mean, I think it's pretty special that we have someone like Loretta who chose to run and now, in fact, has won that position.
Miss Loretta Smith is a passionate leader, and I also think that she is a change agent. I think to see an African American woman in her position and all that she has done with the senator, I think that that's very inspiring, and especially to see it in real life.
Being able to have contact with community members, business people, elected officials, in my capacity as a congressional staffer has been huge, and I think it's made it a lot easier for me to walk in on a board meeting on Thursday, look at a briefing book and kind of pick out, how many jobs is this going to create? What is it going to take for us to get this? How sustainable is a program? I can look for things that I probably wouldn't ordinarily look for if I were just to come here without any background.
But I'm just so, now I just get so filled up just to see my child just to develop the way that she has, And I just love her so much.
Yeah, me also, yeah. We're very proud, very, very proud.
I'm ready to roll up my sleeves. I will be a voice in the community. I'll be visible and I'll be accessible. Not only just for folks in my community, but for young women, single parents, people who live in this community. I've been in this community for over 30 years, and I just want to make folks proud. I want to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence and that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and something that my grandfather would be really proud of.